Is it on yet? Have you,
Is it on?
You've got to lean into Graham if you want to talk.
Martin, are both cameras, I'm going to say are both cameras on?
Are both cameras up?
Are they on? They're on.
We're on.
Okay, alright, so we know that the LCTV audience loves a good interview, and with the success of our practice in the pub with Nulty Plus, we thought we'd reprise the idea and talk to another company we like.
I can't read the notes from where you put them now, what you're talking about. Thanks. So anyway, so we're here in a craft beer pub in Pimlico with Ingo and Graham from GNI. So, I mean, the first question is, what do you love about craft beer?
Pretty much everything about it, really.
Yeah. Tastes okay.
Yeah, no, we're what you'd probably call beer snobs. So the reason you're in Pimlico is because it's the closest place we could get you to come that had craft beer.
I'm not complaining, Sharon.
We should probably do lighting questions, but anyway, that was a good
I'm
start.
going to put my hat on because we're outside this winter.
Can I do the same?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I haven't got a hat, I've just got a fashion coat, it's no good.
Some beer.
I feel left out now.
You got hair, don't worry.
Yeah.
So, more sensible question. You're both architectural lighting designers by day. You're both architectural lighting designers. So Graham's with Lighting Design International and Ingo is with DPA. What is it that drove you to form GNI Projects then, sort of on the side?
I suppose it was just the fact that with an architectural practice, you're always striving to please the client. Whereas what we did the first project, the first everything that GNI did was purely for us, and it was about kind of trying to do something that we couldn't do in our day jobs. It was a bit selfish, really, I suppose.
I was going to say selfish.
Yeah.
I want to say that.
Yeah, so it's just be able to explore different routes and experiment a bit more, spend more time on playing around with silly things, I guess.
So if someone asked you, would you say you're a designer or an artist, or are you both, or how would you define yourself?
Today I would say both.
Okay.
6 years ago when we started, I would just say designer.
Designer. Yeah. But now you feel more confident to say
Lighting design, obviously.
Yeah.
It's always been our drive to differentiate ourselves and make ourselves artists, and we never really felt like we could call ourselves artists seriously until we'd done 3 or 4 like decent projects and actually had them installed. So
until other people approve it.
Until other people
in
call
some
you
shape
artists.
or form.
Yeah,
that's
well,
fair
that makes
enough.
sense,
Fair
doesn't
enough.
it?
So do you think being an architectural lighting designer helps you be a light artist, or has influenced your light art?
Yes, I think it's obviously helped us to kickstart that process. We were exposed to certain things throughout our day jobs, and also gained certain knowledge.
Do you think you apply sort of similar techniques to a brief, or not really?
I think we try to go against everything we do in our day jobs.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if it's something we would do for our lighting companies day to day, we'll discount it from our artistic process straight away. So that's why we've been renowned for using things like lasers, electroluminescent technologies that just don't come up in our day jobs.
But you're not allowed to.
Yeah, so it's kind of it's just basically a case of trying to do something a bit different, really. We wanted to make a big distinction between design and art, and you know, as we've spoken about before, Martin, you know, there is sometimes a fine line between what is art and what is design, and we wanted to make sure that we put a gulf between the two, and made sure it was something completely new.
So we've known. Sorry, do you have a question?
I was going to answer that as well.
All right.
I guess some of architecture would shine through in terms of hitting deadlines and briefs.
Yeah.
We apply that bit as well. I mean, that's the only bit we.
Or knowing how light works,
which comes from that side. A bit
client management skills.
Even though it's only 2 of us, we managed to quite well.
For sure.
Hit.
So we've known GNI for many years, and we've even like when I was sort of thinking about this, we've actually commissioned you to do 2 projects for things we were doing.
Is it only 2?
Wow.
Only 2?
I think it's more than that.
Well, the One Beam of Light, light sculpture, and the Play of Brilliance. But I was going to say, like, do you dread getting emails from us?
No, I think you're probably our favourite people. So
Bring on the next one.
yeah, no, for us it's
That was good.
we don't really like talking that much on camera. So when you invited us to come and do this, we dreaded that.
That was best.
But we kind of thought
always
it's
say
just
no.
like being
Yeah.
in the pub with two friends. So
But
it's pretty cool.
Support, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm just checking people don't go, oh no, it's not them again.
As GNI, what sort of stuff makes up your portfolio? Where does the work come from? How does it happen?
That's pretty random.
Yeah.
Yeah, generally it can be an email from yourselves, and to be honest, when it was when we were breaking out into the world of this, we were either doing it for ourselves or we needed someone to inspire us. And it was pretty good because there was sometimes when you guys would ask us to do a project and we'd come up with a concept and you'd reject it, and then it would push us in a new direction.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
So, it was
From experience that's always Sharon.
yeah, but it was good because it was kind of like it broke us out of that selfish mode of we're doing this purely for us as artists, and actually art still needs to have a context and it still needs to have a space
to fit a brief.
so we've still got that idea that you rejected, and we might use it one day.
We will.
There's no such thing as a bad idea.
We've got a list of
We have a
dumped
list of
ideas
ideas
as well.
that we keep. Whenever somebody says, "Oh, can you come and do something here?" We're like, "Just have a look at the list, see if we've got anything." And to be fair, one beam of light was
on the
that
dump
list.
list,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, not the dump list. It was on the ideal list, and it was like, actually, that idea would fit that concept, and then
So
never
what-
throw them away.
What do you think? What's the favourite commission you've had? Obviously, apart from ours, of course.
obviously.
But no, like out of things you've been asked to do, have you got a favourite one?
Personally, commission. So it's probably us. My personal one is the Earth Brilliance chandelier. Implied camera level. That's my personal.
Can you explain to
Favourite.
camera what the chandelier was or how it's made?
It's basically an old crystal chandelier redrawn in a very sketchy form, which I did on paper actually, in laser beams in a three-dimensional shape. So it only occurs when haze appears and everything. So I really like that one because
Yeah, I mean I think that one was, the nice thing about it was that it was a progression from what we did in our very first project with the laser beams, and then bringing it full circle into something new. But I think for me probably the one that I would pick out as a favourite was probably the last project we did, and I think that was purely the scale, but also the fact that everything we've done in the past has encouraged people to interact with something kind of physically by moving around the piece, or we stayed away from digital interaction, and we've purposely made people interact by moving around or taking a different viewpoint, or that kind of stuff. And this one was probably the most interactive piece, with the gesture that they had to hold hands in order to activate
we
it.
had to actually
Yeah.
hold hands to work. Can you imagine that? It's like this.
This is weird, not getting this on camera.
We actually told them that if you ever came, you had to kiss in order to.
She did take a photograph of us, didn't she?
Yeah, we like this.
You hold hand with that child and I'll film it.
But that kind of the next question, which was what was your latest project? But we were going to say, because your website says 2012. Come on, guys.
That's the next project.
That's not.
That's
on,
the next project.
We'll edit that,
immediately.
but come on, come
Update
on.
the website.
I'm like, let me get some inspiration from the
week,
website.
It's it's our next project, really, big time. It's like we were just talking about it before you got here, and we want to get some of these videos up there, and we want to get. We've become a little bit more multimedia than we were. Like previously, it was like kind of us taking photographs on our iPhones and stuff like that, and now we've had decent photographs and decent videos made of the work. So we want to
I love the idea that you could buy print. You're offering on the website the opportunity to buy a print of something.
Yeah,
it's a really nice idea.
You're still off on that,
I forgot that was on there. Nobody ever bought one.
But it's a nice idea. There's a section on their website that says, if you wanted a print of a particular, there's a possibility to buy a photographic print.
Photograph.
Which is nice.
It's obviously available.
I know everything in my
I mean, at one time we were doing projects purely for the photos. So we had a couple of little things that we just did in private where we took photographs of like lasers or light art and stuff like that, and with the idea that we might sell them as prints. But really for us the drive is to see people reacting to the art, so we didn't sell any prints and
no, but some of it but like your heart one from Salford, I mean, as an image, so really I could see that.
The very first
really
heart,
nice
to me, I mean, that is such a
the Luminali heart.
Luminali heart that then,
very photogenic.
That was stunningly beautiful, really. It's what's really funny is everybody that we know in lighting, and you're probably the same, have really diverse backgrounds. What's your background?
Product design.
Yeah, both.
Both of those,
That's not diverse.
No.
Were you both
Just
at
always
Ravensbourne
diverse
then?
compared to other people.
No, I was Middlesex.
Okay.
He was Ravensbourne.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things, and I think that's why we originally started to do GNI Projects, was that we met at a previous job doing product design, and we learned together doing the nuts and bolts type stuff, and we were kind of like thrown in the deep end, and we it was just one of those things. And when we went our separate ways into professional practice at architectural companies, we always wanted to like set something up where we could actually get hands on again. And GNI is kind of, it's hands-on, but it's probably not the hands-on we thought we'd do when we set out on this.
It's not product.
It's art. It's better. It's much more exciting.
So your work features all these hearts. What's that about? Are you just romantics? What's the heart thing?
I guess the heart is a very emotional symbol, and I don't know. It's no.
You guys with beers.
No.
Ingo's going to get emotional.
No, that's right. I think it was just one of those things, wasn't it? That we wanted something really symbolic. And we did the first one, and it's the sort of thing that people remember, isn't it?
So you were the heart guys.
And people were like talking about, remember that heart from Frankfurt? And we were like, that was us. It's cool.
It was either that or the smiley emoji, but
The heart emphasizes whatever emotion people feel. I hope they feel when they look at the light buzzing about, that's why I feel. So when I look at these things.
And our original partnership was with a graphic designer, so we wanted something really symbolic.
It's the end.
It was the end. So he was a graphics person, and we had this whole idea of just doing something really graphical and symbolic with light, and so we did that, and then it developed, and we decided to, as many artists do, to take that symbol and do it in different media. So laser, EL, LED, and then find the aluminium.
Cool when you did that showing at Atrium, because you don't often see things like that together. So it was like a series. It was. You
can see the concept running through the whole lot of everything you've done.
My kids just don't appreciate
it. It was a conscious decision, really, to experiment in the different media. So once we'd done two, I think when we did the first one, it was just like I love Frankfurt. It was kind of like a statement, and then the second one was kind of like, oh, actually, we could do this with various medium, and we could keep this going for a while, and then we strive to sort of dump the hearts and do something different. But people like them a lot, so we're still reinventing them.
Exactly. I think we're going to continue extending that series. Even though, for example, the last one, the one in Manchester, was not supposed to be a heart. Or we started at dark.
With the cityscape.
We try to implement a heart without the heart shape by introducing a heartbeat. And that's what we wanted to do there as well. But they've obviously seen the images of heart, and so we had to bring the heart.
It's definitely become our kind of like slogan now, where people actually say to us, "Oh, we like that new concept, but we actually wanted a heart."
Why would you get the heart beardy guys? The beardy heart guys, and you don't get a heart?
I know,
Well, if you could pick a thing, I mean, a heart's not, there's
absolutely.
worse things to pick.
As you say, it's really
Thank
symbolic.
God you didn't
and
pick a
it's graphically,
cupcake for your
really
first piece or something.
Yeah, it's been a bit
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. But,
Smiley emoji.
okay, if you could do like a fantasy project, what would it be? Like, would
Your
it be
dream
a
project.
dream project. Someone goes, da da da. Here's X amount of money. What sort of thing do you think you would do? Keep it clean.
I think really anything that was like outside and permanent.
Yeah.
We've only got a few permanent projects in our portfolio, so it would be really nice to do something that was permanent that could be seen by everyone every day.
Exactly.
Like rather than doing something permanent for like a private residence or like somewhere that no one's going to get to see it, it'd be nice to just do something really big and really permanent that everyone gets to enjoy every day.
Yep, I can really agree with that.
So sort of close to that, as a question, is there a piece of light art that you've seen that you wish you did? Say, oh God, I would have loved to have done that.
Plenty,
A
but
few.
I can't remember now. there's there are plenty.
For me, I would say something like Primal by Flynn Talbot.
Yeah.
We obviously shared a bill with him at the Player Brilliance, and his piece for me was the sort of headline of the show. Like I looked at it, I was like, Jesus, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like I wish I'd have thought of that.
Purple triangle. Yes.
Yeah.
But really incredible.
Really incredible. Yeah. And also played on the same sort of things as GNI does, because it was a perspective game of when you look at it straight on, it's a flat series of triangles, and when you move around to the side, and I looked at it and I saw a lot of parallels with what GNI think about when we're coming up with concepts. So I think that'd be the one for me.
Ingo?
I'm not sure it's technically, I guess it's light art, but Ingo Maro I think it shows in our work, to be honest.
That will count, yeah.
Was the half and all this involved. I think Ingo Maro has done a lot and still doing it. Has done a lot of things which I wish I had done, and I personally like to design more decorative, more tabletop sculptures, let's say. I did for you, but so I really admire his work and what he's done, and some of his, I guess, older pieces more than the new ones, but not even the new ones. There's some stuff there which
I mean, he's still sort of quite revolutionary.
He still had the
he's such a standout, isn't he, in terms of design? So.
Yeah, I mean, he actually visited our original Heart because he was staying in the hotel above, and I bumped into him at the queue and said, hey Ingo, do you want to come to a light festival? I gave him a flyer, and he came, and it was like, for us, absolutely fresh into the game for someone like Ingo Mara to turn up was unbelievable. So really good.
Yeah, it was an honour. He almost bought it.
Almost.
He wanted to buy it.
That's like I did.
But it didn't happen. So.
If you had a favourite lighting word, what would it be?
I think I'd go with something like vibrance. That's pretty good because just the way our work is, it's kind of like quite in your face and it's quite high contrast, so vibrancy.
I've no idea. Off. That means our sculptures disappear, but
What did you want to be when you were growing up?
I doubt it was anything to do with
early
light.
on it was a pilot, like everyone probably.
I never wanted to be a pilot.
But then pretty much after design one. Just like design things, create things, and I've always been making things.
Graham?
Mine was really standard. It was I wanted to be an architect, and I just didn't want to do the course, so so I ended up doing loads of stuff.
But I couldn't draw.
Yeah, it was kind of like I did like an internship and designed like an extension to a really boring house, and went, God, is this what I'm going to do?
Move on.
Yeah.
So, Graham, what do you think Ingo brings to GNI? What's his special Ingo-ness?
Oh wow, that's a big question.
I dread anyone asking that.
I would
the G, the N, the
the I, obviously Ingo's technical ability. It really is like he's got a real attention to detail, and he might not talk quite as much as I do, but he's definitely the sort of guy that like takes everything to millimeter precision. And when we're building stuff, is exactly the guy you need there with you that's going to like push every single detail.
Does he mean he does all the work?
I think so.
So
He makes it work.
So Ingo, what does
Yeah.
Graham bring to GNI?
He talks a lot. No, but he's also very good in whatever ideas you come up with. Either of us comes up with an idea and then you translate it into reality. And towards the end of it, I might be very good in doing the first 50 or 80%, whatever, 50% of the design, and then he's the last 10%. He's very good in. Let's make sure this is right and everything. That's when I start sometimes. Okay, I worked it out.
Yeah.
It should work and switch off. But he puts the final detail in it.
It sort of depends on
10%.
It depends. Yeah. It depends on what the concept is. So like sometimes it's Ingo's design that we're developing, and whoever designs it will be the person directing on site.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'll be a mutual concept or my concept, and it'll get to the stage where we're on site, and then it'll be me directing. So I know you guys take the mickey a little bit that you always see all the photographs of Ingo doing the install, but that's generally because the drawing might have been created by me or vice versa. So we have a pretty even balance of like tasks and stuff like that.
No, it's the same with us. I'm always there doing the work. Sharon's got a list.
Girls, eh?
But, okay, so related to that,
I'm not even getting involved.
No, don't get involved.
In this.
If Graham was an animal, what animal would he be? Paul Nulty was a Jack Russell, wasn't he? Or something like a little yappy dog.
Gone by the hairiness, bear. A bear.
A bear.
You do know what that means in other areas, don't you?
I'll take that. Yeah.
So, Graham, if Ingo was a drink,
That's easier.
what drink would he be?
I'd definitely be an IPA. Yeah.
Not just a beer, an IPA.
Oh yeah. Very, 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 very specific. Yeah, definitely bitter. Strong. Yeah.
Session. That's what you're looking for.
The microphone. What makes you the happiest about light?
Happiest, I suppose, just seeing people interact with it. I mean, you know, it's kind of tough for us because we do so much with light. So you know, you can see a building and be happy, and you can see a piece of art and be happy. But really, the thing is to see people actually reacting to it, because so many times you'll see someone walk down the street and they'll walk past something that's really amazing, and you'll be like, why is that person not looking at that light? It's really cool. But yeah, when you actually see someone stop and look at it, it's pretty special.
Yeah. So, if you could have like a lighting superpower, yours would obviously be to make people look at stuff, but if you could have a lighting superpower, what would it be? This is a really hard question.
I'll let you go first on that
Well,
one.
Jeff Shaw was he had a really
What did
good.
he say?
He said he would like have the power to create invisible light sources. You know, like you get in 3D Studio Max, where you can have a light source up there that's invisible, and it puts an amazing.
bend light.
That was his superpower. So you can't
That's
have
a pretty
that
good one, bending light. Yeah.
bending light.
Like-
Yeah.
I think I'd go with the ability to turn lights off. So when
Yeah,
there's something
so you just
really
go-
bad, just like click, click,
one, yeah.
like that one up there, I'll just turn it off.
Yeah, off. Your word, off. Whole thing. Okay, all right, Ingo, because Graham does all the talking. I don't know. Me and Martin have like a sort of lighting bucket list. Whether we'll ever get round to all the things
Any
on
of
it.
it.
Oh, come on.
Okay, some of it.
We've done a fair few things. Things you'd like to see in the world, or things to do with lighting out there.
Things you'd like to do with
What
light, or
what would be at the top of your lighting bucket list? Not Terrell's volcano. Not accepting that answer.
Yeah, that's
no,
an easy
seeing
one.
things is one thing, but I have a lot of ideas, mainly lighting related. I have in my head which I'd like to just realize. Yeah, so
That's more important for you to make
realise
than
something
see.
than
I just
go and see something.
not see, but make. I mean, I just want to. I mean, I got quite a few ideas in my head which need to come out slowly because otherwise my head is gonna explode, I think. But so I just keep realizing ideas and which happen to be mainly lighting related these days. But yeah, but just that's basically that's it.
Graham?
I don't think I have one really, to be honest with you. You know, you can go to many light festivals and you see amazing work, but to call it a lighting bucket list is different. It has to be something probably naturally occurring beauty, but I can't think of anything right now.
It's just
me.
Yeah.
It's just
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah, I tried, failed.
Yeah, I've tried.
Yeah,
and
we've
failed.
tried.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah, that would probably be top of my list to see a really good one.
Yeah, Martin says I'm the killer of.
Sharon is the Northern Lights killer. If you ever go and try and see them with Sharon, it won't happen.
It just doesn't happen. Yeah, I mean, I went there, didn't see it.
Yeah, we sort of saw it in Scotland, but you could only really see it on
It's
camera.
a bit average, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, last question. What words or phrases do you sort of like really hate to do with light?
Yeah, I don't know what would be top of the list.
Or
Do
have you got
anything?
one you overuse? Have you got something you think Graham says all the time? Or?
He just talks too much. No, but, what, lighting related words?
Yeah, like, I don't know, like
Oh no.
Like existential.
I think we, as a company, we use like a lot of words too much collectively. So
As a company, you're talking.
yeah, it's GNI. Like we kind of because a lot of our pieces encourage people to sort of move around, and we use words like converge or abstracting, or we use those words like quite a lot. And when you look at the website, you kind of think, God, you use those words a lot.
no, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like connected and interactive. And
Yeah,
sort of
which
experience and-
they can mean a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
You got any
We're
others?
done. No, we're
No?
done. It's
Done.
freezing now.
Okay, I'm absolutely frozen.
I need a warm
That's
drink.
half an hour
Another
of
beer.
stuff.